All right, y'all. Okay, our sports right here. Steven Cureño, yeah. So Golden Boy released a statement. I guess Canelo tested positive for a steroid. Let me read. I'll read you guys the statement here. Um, so it says statement from Golden Boy. As part of a voluntary testing program that Canelo Alvarez insisted on ahead of his May 5th fight, one of his results came back positive for trace of Clenbuterol, consistent with meat contamination that has impacted dozens of athletes in Mexico over the last years. As Daniel Eichner, director of SNRTL, the WADA accredited lab that conducted the test, stated in his letter today, these values are within the range of what we expect from meat contamination. Upon receiving, let's see, what was that? Meat contamination. Upon receiving this information, Golden Boy immediately notified the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I'll get to that, brother. Immediately notified the Nevada State. Where the hell was I? God damn it. Oh, and Gennady Golovkin's promoter Tom Loeffler. As has been planned, Canelo will immediately move his training camp from Mexico to the United States and will submit to any number of variety of additional tests that VADA deems necessary ahead of and after May 5th. Added Canelo, I am an athlete. So Canelo is quoting Canelo, I am an athlete who respects the sport, and this surprises me and bothers me because it never happened to me. I will submit to all the tests that require me to clarify this embarrassing situation, and I trust in the end the truth will prevail. Canelo has tested clean dozens of times over the course of his previous 12 fights. Um, so it doesn't look like, so everyone can kind of calm down a little bit. It doesn't look like doesn't look like it's going to affect Cinco de Mayo at all. Looks like the fight's still on and everything. Like you said, he's going to move his camp over here. So, which I know he normally trains in Mexico for a little bit, um, but normally he's in San Diego. So I don't know if this has anything to do with their move to the United States. Maybe it happened sooner than usual. I don't know if they were actually planning on staying over there the whole time. Um, but I mean, this obviously makes it that for sure they're going to come over here at least sooner than later if it hadn't been planned already. But yeah, so that's a statement. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put your comments on it. We'll talk about it. Um, there's a lot of athletes I want to say that have, at least from Mexico or have visited Mexico and stuff like that, that have dealt with situations like that. I'm actually look that up right now. Um, but yeah, so it's one of those things that are just their meat like processing or whatever it is, or maybe just the stuff they give their cows and stuff like that just isn't, I guess, what we normally have in the U.S. or something like that. So they end up because I've heard of other athletes from Mexico having to deal with that. I want to say during the Olympics too, a few athletes from Mexico had to deal with that as well. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, thank God it's not affecting the fight, because that would be, I mean, that would be like disastrous. A lot of people would lose money. That would, yeah, that would be just god awful. Obviously, fans, just as a fan perspective, it just we wouldn't get to see the fight as soon as possible. But I think they caught it early enough. What is it, like May or March? Sorry, like 5th or something like that. Yeah, so at least they caught it fast enough that I don't think it's gonna. It doesn't look like it's gonna affect anything. I want to say there's been a fight before that that's happened before, and they still were able to save it. I want to say it was another big fight too. I can't remember who it was, but they were still able to save the fight. So, and because it happened early as well. So the fact that this happened early and everything, I think everyone should be fine. Everyone should be good. I mean, Triple G hella wants this fight anyway. I bet Triple G would probably fight him even if he was on a steroid. Um, so, but okay, let me see. Mexican athletes. who tested positive for Clenbuterol. Yeah, so hopefully, like I said, the fight should go on his schedule and everything like that. I think this, definitely kind of gives maybe, because a lot of fans on either side tend to be real, just kind of die hard one way or the other. So I can see this kind of, at least for the diehard Triple G guys. Um, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's see how many kind of diehard Triple G fans are like, no, well, even if he wins or something, it's gonna start coming out with the, especially if he knocks Triple G out or something like that. Imagine the backlash that would have as far as like this would have as far as that. I mean, I don't know. That would be. I mean, it creates a little extra wrinkle for sure of this fight and the rematch and all that stuff. It's a lot of attention for sure. So, um, but yeah, I wanna say what I can't remember the result of what happened with the other fighter that tested positive from Mexico that had this. I mean, again, I think they caught it pretty early, so I don't think it mattered. But yeah, see, I'm looking on Google right now, and just that's the only thing that's coming up is Canelo stuff. Oh, that's who it was. It was Francisco Vargas tested positive for the banned substance, and I want to say actually Salido tested positive for it too a while back. So so yeah, so it's happened before. I missed that comment there. Let's see. Oh, oh. Um, let's see. Doing testing this time. They didn't do last time. So probably it was doing before Vada. Maybe. I want to say Vada did the first one. It was either them or USADA, but I know Canelo's real big on that and wants to make. I mean, and Triple G is too. Um, but I honestly just think it was just a mistake. It was just you just happened to get some bad meat this time around. Um, but yeah, so I don't think anyone has anything to worry about. I'm sure the fight. It's too much money, and we're too far away from the fight. Had it been like the week of the fight or something like that, then I can see like, oh, okay, well, we might be screwed, and they're just gonna have to reschedule it or whatever. But the fact that it's been, we're a good, was it March, April, May, like 2 months at least. Yeah, well, actually, no, exactly 2 months because it's March 5th. Um, the fact that we're 2 months away, it should be fine. Um, but it'd be interesting to see kind of listen to people's take, listen to fans' perspective. Like I said, if you guys want to talk about it, let's talk about it. What are you guys' opinions? What do you guys think about it? Um, I personally don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. Canelo's a clean athlete. He prides himself on that stuff. Um, I mean, you're talking about a guy who fought Austin Trout when no one wanted to, even after Austin Trout beat Cotto. Talking about a guy who fought Alessandro Lara, who people still don't want to fight. Um, so yeah, you're talking about a lot of guys who. Let's see, the real thing in Mexico. Yeah, I know it is. National team who tested positive a few years back at sexual rotation take a hit. Yeah, he might take a hit. I mean, it's never a good thing, a positive drug test, but the fact that it's happened so often to so many different athletes, um, I just don't see it being seen as that big of a deal. You know what I mean? I don't see it being as like, I don't know, this like say as an example, like say John Jones, right? Like John Jones tests positive, and it just kind of keeps happening. And I met John Jones, and it doesn't, and even the way he talks and all that, it doesn't seem like a kind of guy who would do stuff like that. But when it's just kind of constant, it becomes a little like, okay, like I don't know, maybe something is going on or something. Um, let's see, this gonna outshadow. Where's he? Overshadow his boxing rep. I mean, I hope not, man. Like I was saying, it's happened to John Jones, and I think people are still kind of faithful to John Jones and still kind of feel that maybe just kind of given a bad just a bad rap. He keeps getting bad supplements and things like that. I remember seeing John Jones at a fan event here in LA, and he was at like a supplement store and stuff. It was like there was a grand opening, and so they had him do a meet and greet, and they go to give him something, and he was like, he looked at his nutritionist who happened to be there with him, or his manager, somebody. He was like, "Is this approved?" And the guy was like, "No, no, no, this is approved. We've checked it, whatever." And he's like, because he's like tired of dealing with this stuff, you know. So even John Jones' situation, I'm a little, I don't know, about that one. But kind of going back to Canelo, like, I don't know. I just, it's the first time it's ever happened. He's a young guy. To not happen, then it's just kind of one and done deal. And it's just like, all right, well, yeah, it's a mistake and it happened, you know. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so I'm assuming it should be fine. Shouldn't be any issues. Let me pause this real quick. I gotta answer that phone call. But sorry about that, guys. Lost you there. But yeah, so I think in this case, let's see, Canelo was on roids. What was that? Let me look through these comments. I missed a couple of them. This is why he didn't fight for the WBC the first fight, because VADA. I'm pretty sure WBC just started using the VADA thing. Well, no, maybe I could be wrong about that. Like you saw, it was corrupt. I knew Canelo was on roids. No one puts the world so much. A lot of people put on muscle like that. He's a growing body. Then you should go. If he's on the gear, then he should go. If not, he's been on many fires. Just positive. He's been out there. Yeah, I agree. Canelo's. Yeah. I mean, like I said, people are gonna come out super passionately about this stuff. Especially if you already didn't like him or something like that, then this is even more reason for you to join in on the hating Canelo bandwagon. And me personally, I do like Canelo. I like Triple G as well, but I just seeing his character, I just don't see it out of him. It's I don't know. The fact that it just happens to be the same steroid as all these other guys too, all that, like I don't know. I don't see that. But how do you think that's gonna play with the rematch? With as far as like, say he does knock out Triple G, like, do you guys feel that now? I don't know. There's like an asterisk by that, or do you feel that? Obviously, I feel like Triple G fans will feel that there's an asterisk by it or whatever. It almost makes it so that I feel like we all want a third fight. We love we love seeing these guys. We love seeing who's the best and all that stuff. And I don't think any other middleweight contenders are gonna really come out and kind of make a statement that, man, this guy's really dangerous. We want this guy to fight Canelo or Triple G winner after the rematch. Like, if no one's going to make their name that big to where we're not going to want a third match, as opposed to, them, either one of them fighting somebody else. So, but I do think it makes the third match a lot more intriguing, especially if Canelo were to win the second match, because a lot of people are going to have a lot of stuff to say, especially about this stuff, all that. And it just kind of makes it like, okay, well, the rematch, I'm sure a lot of Triple G fans are going to say, well, let's see what it's like on a real, an even playing field or something like that. You know what I mean? Let's see what you guys are saying right here. Man, my son looked up on him for years. It's a shame. Yeah, he's still a quality guy, man. I really do think it was just a meat contamination issue. Let's see. I'm a fan of both. This shouldn't happen. Triple G should fight Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, I mean, Billy Joe Saunders did look impressive in his last fight against Lemieux, but I don't know, man. Let's be honest. There's way more money in a Canelo match, even in a Canelo third match. Like I said, no one's no one's put their name out there so much that it's like, you know, okay, as soon as you two guys are done with each other, you have to fight this guy, you know. Um, President Canelo's bigger than well, Canelo was a shitload bigger. He was fighting at 164, I think, and before that he was fighting at 154. So that's 10 pounds. Um, yeah, it's just that's a lot of weight, man, that he can put on, and we needed to be a little bigger for Chavez because Chavez is a big guy. Who knows if he was going to try to muscle him up and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting wrinkle that this brings up. Oh yeah, but I was talking about Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, see, I think, let's see, we got Billy Joe Saunders, Jermall Charlo, and Danny Jacobs. These guys really, they need to fight each other. Like Billy Joe Saunders, and I'll give him his credit. He fought. You know, the fourth name in that group I would have said was David Lemieux. And Billy Joe Saunders kind of did his part as far as kind of like, okay, well, he's better than that guy. I completely agree with Chucky. Like, Billy Joe Saunders already kind of, like, I don't want to say did his part, but even then he fought David Lemieux, who was one of the, you know, you probably, after obviously Canelo Triple G. So, you know, taking those guys out of it, you're looking at, you know, Lemieux was probably in the top 4 after that, taking those guys out. Probably top 6, obviously, including Canelo and Triple G in the middleweights. But like you said, Charlo and Jacobs need to fight, man. Canelo and oh wait, let me see what your I might have misunderstood. Let's see. Canelo was bigger at 160 versus Triple G than he was. Maybe. I mean, I think he just filled out. I think, you know, that was the first time his body was able to go all the way to 160. Obviously, went all the way to 164. And yeah, you know, I see what you mean. Yeah, and so the fact that, like, I think he just filled out. I think it's just he's a full middleweight now. It's the cow's fault. I completely agree. The cows, goddamn cows, doing too much walking. But yeah, I think like we were talking about, I think Charlo and Jacobs need to fight each other. Jacobs is fighting some Polish dude. He's undefeated, but, you know, I'll be honest, I've never heard of him before. He's getting another HBO date though, so I mean, good for him. Not hating on him. Make your money, do your thing. And really, like, who wants to fight Jermall Charlo? Like, I love Jermall Charlo. I think he possibly could be one of the. I don't know. I mean, you put him in there with Canelo. You put him in there with Triple G, and I'm a little. I don't know who wins those fights, but it's just you gotta get out there and fight big names. Now, he, not to his fault, to his credit, he was fighting Hugo Centeno Jr. Or scheduled rather to fight him this past weekend on the Wilder undercard, but Centeno hurt his, like, wrist or hand or something, knuckle or something, I don't know. But so hopefully that'll be rescheduled. Hopefully that gets another kind of big stage, if not its own stage, because that was a good fight. I was really looking forward to that fight. So hopefully that gets the stage that it deserves. And yeah, he you know, he needs those fights. Like, I feel like maybe even after, you know, if he were to beat Centeno, which is not a gimme, because Centeno Jr. is the real deal. I want to say he got a draw against J-Rock when they kind of put him there against J-Rock, thinking J-Rock was gonna, like, take him out, and he showed that he's no pushover. So that fight in itself is already really good, and who knows who makes it past that fight. But if he were to make past that fight, I don't know who, you know, that, yeah, maybe start yelling out Saunders' name. By then Saunders will be done with Martin Murray. Obviously he's yelling out Jacobs' name, which is great, but you have the Showtime HBO thing situation going on, so who knows, you know, if that even be possible. Let's see. Charlo's a great fighter, but needs more level to come over before. Yeah, I agree. Jacobs would be perfect. Yeah, I really think Jacobs and Charlo is a mega fight, man. That's a big ass fight. Put that in Madison Square Garden. No way, I didn't know that. Some girls robbed Charlo. I don't even know if that's true. Let's see. Really? The phone reported he got in a fist fight when he came back. With a bag of cash and jewelry gone. Dang, that sucks, man. Yo, thoughts give back to Charlo shit. Um, but yeah, I mean Billy Joe Saunders is a big X factor in this whole thing. I mean, he needs to definitely get his name up and all that stuff. Hopefully, I don't think that Martin Murray fight is in. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out, Don, because that's crazy. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I think Billy Joe Saunders. I don't know, man. He really needs to. I don't know. He needs to really make a statement because he has a big audience over there. He's a funny guy. He's friends with Tyson Fury, and those guys are real funny together. So he has a lot of marketability, I feel, and he's not afraid to talk shit. He went to the Canelo. What was it? Canelo or no? I'm sorry. Triple G was in London. I want to say it was for Canelo Triple G. I want to say it was for that, or maybe it was. It was Triple G Jacobs. I don't remember, but I remember Triple G was doing a press conference over there, and Billy Joe was there, and he got the mic like a reporter, and he was like, he was like, yeah, he's like, yeah. Well, since you don't want to fight me, like, so what's gonna take for if you win this fight, are you gonna actually fight me and things like that? And I'll be honest, I really thought Billy Joe was gonna kind of sit on the belt and just I figured he thought he kind of got his lottery ticket. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Canelo wasn't there though, right, Chucky? I don't remember Canelo actually being in Europe for that, but maybe I was wrong. I don't remember. But yeah, I thought he was just like, hey, I won my lottery ticket, and the fact that Triple G wants, oh, cool, cool. Um, oh, I guess he was there. I didn't know that. At least I don't remember that. I'm sorry. But I just remember Billy Joe like talking, interrupting everything, and I like that. I was like, yeah, like take your shot. You know what I mean? Like they're in your hometown. You're like, well, hey, what's up? Why is no one fighting me? You know? Um, but uh, but yeah, I think but so I was surprised that he fought Lemieux because I really didn't think that. I really just thought he was gonna keep fighting like that one guy who was like I don't remember where the guy was from. I think it was like like middle. I don't know, like former Soviet Union or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was like that last guy he was supposed to fight. They ended up getting arrested because he was part of like some like female trafficking, human trafficking thing or something like that. I don't know, but I never heard of that guy before. Um, and I thought Saunders was just gonna keep fighting dudes like that, like just no names that the WBO is high enough in the rankings so that he doesn't have to deal with anybody else or whatever. And I thought he was just going to do that until Triple G was like, well, all right, well, whatever. I'll just give you whatever you want because I want the fourth belt, you know? But credit to him, man. He fought Billy Joe Saunders. I'm sorry, no, he fought, Saunders fought Lemieux and looked really good. Made the most of it. Went to the dude's country, fought on HBO, looked good. He had a boxing style that I think is pleasing to the fans. He's not like, he's kind of standing right there. He's hitting, he's not getting hit. He's kind of pursues the action. He's not just kind of standing there letting stuff like not happen or whatever. Um, yeah, Triple G even looked like a master boxer against him. Yeah, well, that's true. Good point. Um, that's a very good point actually. But I mean, he looked. I don't know. It was an impressive performance because we've seen Lemieux fight like Curtis Stevens. We've seen Lemieux fight, um, just kind of, I don't, kind of lower tier guys and makes them look ridiculous. And so Lemieux's kind of one of those guys that like, if you're not the real deal, like he's gonna let you know about it. And I think Saunders kind of proved that he was the real deal. So. But you need more. Like you're talking about like two mega stars, like who bring their own audiences, who are already on HBO, all that stuff. Like you gotta bring a lot. You gotta like I said, hopefully I don't know if Saunders Murray is on HBO. I hope it is. At least hopefully it's somewhere on the US. Um, but he has to make a statement. He needs to start calling out Danny Jacobs. Jacobs needs to start calling out him. I mean, even Jacob Saunders, the winner of that, which is probably more doable than the winner of than kind of like the Charlo and Jacobs happening, just because because of the HBO and Showtime thing with Jacobs and Charlo or whatever. Um, but yeah, I think Saunders, and I was gonna say, Danny Jacobs' promoter is Eddie Hearn, so he's out there in England. I want to say, Saunders is with Frank Warren. I think somebody help me out on that. I don't remember that one, but yeah. So I mean, yes, right. Okay, yeah. So I think those guys do business together, right? They're not like who would like Don King and uh, and Bob Arum back in the day, or De La Hoya and Bob Arum, stuff like that. So if those guys do business, which I'm pretty sure they do. I think Jacob Saunders is a perfect, especially kind of say maybe after the rematch, um, because these guys are probably going to fight. Triple G and Canelo are probably going to fight a third time, especially with this steroid issue and all that stuff. I mean, it's like I said, it's a built-in fan for, or the built-in excuse for Triple G fans who are like, well, if had he not been on that stuff, then Triple G would have done okay, whatever. Um, I believe there's one more fight under Frank Warren. Oh, okay, no way. Well, shit. If he only has one more fight under and one more fight under Frank Warren, then maybe Eddie Hearn could swoop him up, and then man, that Jacob Saunders fight would, not to say like action wise would be like, oh man, it'd be so good, but it would be a clear cut like, this is the next guy. This is the guy that Triple G and Canelo need to start. That people are going to start asking him about. People are going to start wondering, hey, are you going to fight this dude? Because they're ready, all that stuff. And like I said, Charlo has a tough fight with Centeno Jr. once that gets put back together. Let's see, same shoes Tyson had. What does it say? Same shoes Tyson had, but there wasn't much money to be made out of him. So they meant, oh, that was the same drug. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Billy Joe Saunders, ducking good fighters for years. Let me see here. Um, let's see.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Sorry, my answer machine's going on. But yeah, so I don't know, man. That's gonna be. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah. I didn't think Tyson was on the same thing, and just even then, the Clenbuterol, I've heard plenty of times of being in, or just athletes from Mexico having to deal with that stuff. So like in the meat and stuff like that. So but yeah, man, we need a clear cut contender after this. But like I said, these guys are gonna end up fighting. Canelo, Triple G are gonna be fighting 3 times regardless. This steroid thing is a new wrinkle, like I said, for possible Triple G fans to kind of, if he were to lose this fight with Canelo, this rematch with Canelo, I feel it gives kind of Triple G fans maybe their way out, so to speak, of kind of like, well, this is why he lost. And it just, I mean, truthfully, like, these guys are gonna fight 3 times anyway. I mean, realistically, if Canelo wins, if Triple G wins, even if Triple G wins, I mean, obviously, like, he wants the 4th belt. Actually, that would be interesting, actually, because obviously Triple G felt he won the first fight. A lot of fans and media and stuff felt that he won the first fight, so much so that if he were to win the second fight, I mean, obviously the most money is in a third fight with Canelo, but his ultimate goal has always been to get all four belts, and there isn't a rematch clause this time around. So if he wins, he's kind of free to pursue the Billy Joe Saunders thing just to get the 4th belt. So that's kind of interesting. I hadn't really thought about that, just being that Triple G has pushed for this Canelo fight for so long. It I guess I always felt that, like, had Canelo won, he would be the one to be like, oh, okay, well, I'm done with Triple G for a little while, or whatever. But the fact that, I don't know, now that kind of, like I said, Triple G feels, he really feels he won the first fight, and he got the draw. Now, if he were to win the second fight, I mean, like I said, his lifelong goal has always been to get all 4 belts. But you make a good point. I mean, Canelo is still the biggest money. You don't fight Canelo this time. His star's still rising, and will continue to still rise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, money trumps belt. That's very true. So, and then on top of that too, you don't want to kind of say no to Canelo this time, and pretty much the ball be probably still be in his court anyway because he's still a mega star. He'll still be a mega star, I guess, depending on how he loses or not. But even then, like, he'll still be a huge star, and so yeah, to say no to the trilogy money would be kind of nuts. Um, let's see, he bought a lab. Believe it was due to me conception. Oh yeah. I read all that. Um, so yeah, man. So I don't know if this is a new wrinkle. I see a lot of people are hot about it. Um, so yeah, I mean we'll see. Yeah, and I hear you. Um, so yeah, it's definitely added a nice wrinkle to this rematch. Obviously, we're all gotta say wait to see what happens May 5th to see what ends up happening with the actual fight. I mean, if Triple G wins flat out, like say a KO or something like that, um, then none of this will matter anyway. Um, so yeah, stay tuned, see what happens. Let's see what you guys said here. I missed it. Let's see. Make excuse for the meat. Everyone's not buying this meat thing. Uh, yeah, some high quality meat. Yeah, I know. I'll have to start going to like Ruth's Chris in Mexico or something. But but yeah, guys, appreciate you guys watching as always. Try to keep it positive in the comments and all that stuff. Appreciate that. Um, And just thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys watching my content, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell. Um, hit the bell icon so that it notifies you when I post a video. I'm always posting live stuff. So like even if you hear about a fight happening or whatever, like you may not know that certain week or whatever is like the media press conference or the media workout, or sometimes they do the workouts weeks before the fight. Press conferences obviously before the fight. Obviously the week of, I'm giving you guys the media workout. I'm giving you guys the press conference. I'm giving you guys the weigh-ins, usually all live. I try to go all live. I'm a little under the weather right now, so I might not. I don't know about Valdez Quig if I'll make it to all that stuff, but I'll definitely try to do my best. Um, and yeah, man, hopefully you guys appreciate this stuff. Like I said, hit the click on the bell icon because that notifies you whenever I do a live thing. And this way you guys can see the weigh-ins live, press conferences live, workouts live, all that stuff. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you as always. I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about here. Let's see. Ask Abel Sanchez, why didn't Triple G fight Mexican style versus... I have asked him that before, and Abel said that it was one of those things that he was just smart, really. I mean, he's giving Lemieux his best chance to win to fight like that. So I mean, if you could break somebody down before that and still KO him, still give the fans what they want, the big KO and the knockout and all that stuff, then you're saving yourself a possible loss. I mean, had Lemieux closed his eyes and threw a right hand or something and landed right on like Gennadi's mouth, and Gennadi's like waking up, in the third row or something like that, like, when you could have avoided that the whole time, what's the point in doing that? You know what I mean? But yeah, their whole stance on that was like, well, we realized we could box him, we could make it easy, and so we did it that way. And I think it was probably a good thing too. You're right, like he was in the Olympics. But yeah, so I figure like if you could do that, you can make it easy not on yourself. I mean, these guys are fighters, but no one's necessarily trying to get hit. So no one necessarily, like when I ask fighters, oh, what are you gonna miss the most? Or no, I ask fighters what are they gonna miss the least when they retire. And I've had Bernard Hopkins actually look at me like, really? Like, you really asking me that? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he's like, getting hit, of course. That's what I'm gonna miss the least. I'm not gonna miss getting hit. So yeah, these guys aren't trying to get hit as much as they're warriors, and they'll go in there, bite on their mouthpiece, and do whatever. These guys aren't trying to get hit. So if you could beat Lemieux by boxing him, and I think Gennady wanted to show that wrinkle as well, kind of practice that wrinkle as well in a real fight. Like, hey, like I know I could box. I do it in the gym. I did it in the amateurs. I was a boxer, all that stuff. So I think he really kind of wanted to show his. He's like, look, I could do this. I'm really going to try it out against a world class competition, and kind of put people on notice too. Like, look, like I'm not like a one trick pony who's just going to try to take your head off. Like I can box your ears off too. So again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Bring you guys as much stuff as I can. Like I said, live, all that stuff, leading up to like Canelo Triple G fight, and just all the fights, Valdez, Quig, all that stuff. Valdez interview, Quig interview, the workout stuff. Quick workout I'll get up later on today. Valdez workout stuff is on there. He looks like a beast hitting the pads. Check that out. But yeah, I'll bring you guys that coverage this week, and just keep growing, keep giving you guys stuff. If anyone happens to know anyone in like San Antonio, Texas, I'm looking to have someone help me out with Garcia Lipinets. But if you guys are in England, happen to be nearby where Anthony Joshua fights and things like that, trains like that, let me know. I'm looking for someone over there as well. Appreciate it, Don. Thanks a lot, man. Why did Canelo give? What? Hold on, what does that say? Why didn't Canelo fight Mexican style? Oh, you're talking to somebody else. But yeah, so appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching, and talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Peace.